Welcome, students. We are discussing the story A House is Not a Home. In the previous part, we have seen how the room was filled with smoke. Narrator and her mother came out of the room safely. After some time, narrator's mother went inside the room. This time, she brought a box that contains important documents. Secondly, mother again went into the house. This time she wanted to save or protect the photographs of narrator's father who died when narrator was young. So we see that narrator's mother went into the house twice. When her mother went second time into the house, narrator herself wanted to go with her mother, but she was caught by the firefighter. He held her and didn't allow her to go into the house. Now, see here what happened. He means fireman said, "It is all right, they will get her." Her here refers to narrator's mother. Fireman said, "It is all right, they will get her." Means other firefighters would protect your mother, they would save your mother. There is no doubt. It will be okay. He wrapped a blanket around me and sat me down in our car. Soon after that, a fireman emerged from our house with my mom in tow. In tow here means behind. He quickly looked her over to the truck and put an oxygen mask on her. I ran over and hugged her. All those times I ever argued with her and hated her vanished at the thought of losing her. So here you see the condition of, or you can say the psychological condition of narrator is given here. How did narrator feel in the absence of her mother? She had a fear of losing her mother. That's why she was sad. She was upset. Otherwise, she used to argue with her mother, but this time she hated her vanished at the thought of losing her. So there is thought of losing her mother. Narrator herself was thinking about her mother. When mother went inside the room again, at that time she was upset, she was disappointed. She was held by the fireman. The fireman did not allow her to go inside the room, but she was given a hope that fireman, firefighters would protect her mother. In the meantime, what happened? One fireman emerged from narrator's house with mom in behind. Finally, he took her over to the truck and put an oxygen mask. Finally, narrator herself went near her mother and hugged her. Maximum times she used to argue with her mother, but this time she was disappointed, she was sad, she was afraid, she was fear. She thought that she is going to lose her mother. That was the thought in the mind of narrator, that is Jan. Okay, so in this whole part we have seen the condition of narrator. She had fear of losing her mother. That's why she was upset, she was sorrowful, she was disappointed. Now we move to next. The fireman said, she is going to be okay. Remember, when narrator saw her mother in bad condition, in unpleasant condition, at that time she was afraid. She had a fear of losing her. That's why she was disappointed. She was sorrowful. But the fireman said, she is going to be okay. She will be all right. She just inhaled a little smoke. The fireman is saying, there is nothing to be worried. Everything is okay. She just inhaled a little smoke. That's why she was conscious. She was unconscious because he inhaled some smoke. And then he ran back to fight the fire. He here refers to fireman. To fight the fire. While my mother and I sat there dazed. Okay. So mother and daughter both were sitting and fireman went to fight with the fire. I remember watching my house burn down and thinking that there was nothing I could do about it. So here you see the activity of fireman. How did fireman save the life of narrator's mother, and how the fireman gave hope to narrator who was upset, who was disappointed, who was hopeless, who had a fear that she was going to lose her mother. But fireman said, no, it will be okay, she will be okay. She was unconscious because she inhaled some smoke. After some time, what happened? The condition of mother was normal. Both were sitting and fireman went to fight with the fire, means to get over it. There was nothing I could do about it. And I remember, means narrator was remembering that how her house was burnt down in that fire. So you can say that due to the fire incident, her house was damaged, her house was destroyed. Okay, she was upset, that's why. Now we move to next. 5 hours later, or you can say 5 hours passed away. After it, what happened? You see, the fire was finally out. Means the fireman was able to overcome the flame, overcome the fire. Means the fire was under control. How much time will it take? It will take 5 hours to control the flame, to control the fire. Our house was almost completely burned down. Okay, that was the condition of narrator's house. Narrator's house was completely burned down because of the fire, and it took 5 hours to control the fire, control the flame. But then it struck me, I hadn't seen my cat. In the meantime, narrator remembered about her cat. The cat was very dear to narrator because narrator had saved the life of cat when the cat was kitten. So there was a deep emotional attachment between narrator and cat. So after this incident, after fire incident, she thought about cat. Cat was not with them. Cat was missing. Where was my cat? That was the question in the mind of a narrator. Much to my horror, she had fear. She had horror. I realized that she was nowhere to be found. Means they were unable, they means narrator and her mother were not able to find cat. Cat was not seen. Then all at once it hit me. The new school, the fire, my cat. I broke down in tears, cried and cried. I was suffering loss big time. So here you see the condition of narrator. Earlier, narrator was upset because she had fear of losing her mother, but that fear was uh, away from her because her mother was in good condition. There was no doubt. Fireman had saved the life of narrator's mother. But when narrator thought about her cat, at that time she was upset. Cat was not seen by anyone. Cat was missing and it was not found. Okay, so she was upset. Narrator was upset because she has lost her dear cat. That's why it is written, I was suffering loss big time. I was suffering loss. What was the loss to the narrator? She had lost her cat. Her dear cat was lost. That's why she was upset. She was sorrowful. Now we move next. The firemen wouldn't let us back into the house that night. Meaning is this, the firemen didn't allow narrator or narrator's mother to enter the house that night. It was still too dangerous. Dead or alive? This thought was running in the mind of narrator whether the cat was alive or dead. She wanted to know it. Whether the cat was alive or not, she wanted to know it because this thought was running in the mind of narrator. She has lost the cat, and second thought in her mind was that whether the cat was alive or not. I couldn't imagine living without knowing about my cat. And it was a very difficult time for narrator. Narrator was not able to live her life in the absence of a cat. Regardless, I had to go. I had to go where? I had to go my previous house so that I can search the cat, whether the cat is alive or not. We piled into the car with just the cloths on our backs and a few of the firemen's blankets and made our way to my grandparents' house to spend the night. So finally, they left the place and went to narrator's grandparents' house to spend the night. So here in this part, we have seen that firemen didn't allow narrator or narrator's mother to enter the house because it was totally burnt. But the anxiety of narrator was that she was missing the cat. She didn't find cat. She had lost the cat. She had one thought whether the cat was alive or not. And that's why the narrator was upset. Narrator was sorrowful. Finally, they went to grandparents' house to spend the night. So this happened with narrator and narrator's mother. So this is the impact of fire incident on narrator and narrator's mother. Now we move to next. The next day, Monday, I went to school when the fire broke out. Next day, Monday, what happened? She went to school. When the fire broke out, I was still wearing the dress I had worn to church that morning, but I had no shoes. I had kicked them off when I was doing my homework. They became yet another casualty of the fire. So I had to borrow some tennis shoes from my aunt. Means everything is destroyed due to the fire. Why couldn't I just stay home from school? Why couldn't I just stay home from school? My mother wouldn't hear of it, but I was totally embarrassed by everything. What happened with narrator? She was not happy. The clothes I was wearing looked weird, strange. I had no books or homework, and my backpack was gone. I had my life in that backpack. The more I tried to fit in, the worse it got. Was I destined to be an outcast? Outcast here means a person rejected by society. These are the thoughts which were running in the mind of narrator when narrator went to school. There was not proper uniform for her. She didn't have shoes. The shoes she had borrowed from aunt. That is tennis shoes. So you can say narrator was not happy with her condition. She thought herself that she had been rejected from the society. That was the feeling of narrator due to this incident. A geek all my life. Geek here means an unfashionable or socially inept person. That is what it felt like. So here in these 4 or 5 lines, we have seen the psychological condition of narrator after the fire incident. What sort of feelings narrator had after fire incident we were seeing. I didn't want to grow up, change, or have to handle life if it was going to be this way. And she was saying to herself, if the life runs in such a way, then I don't want to be grown up. I want to be as it is. I just wanted to curl up and die. So this was the thought of narrator. A narrator belongs to teenager. Narrator was a teenager. And what problems, what difficulties narrator was facing, these difficulties are related to teenagers. These are the thoughts of the teenagers. When the life became difficult for narrator, the narrator decided to live the present life. She was not ready to face the problems of the life. She said, if the life is going in such a way, then I don't want to be grown up. I just wanted to curl up and die. So here, when the narrator saw the difficult part of the life, then she lost her hope, she lost her courage. It happened with the teenagers. That's why the whole chapter only describes the psychological condition of the narrator who was a teenager. And the psychological condition of a teenager is described by the several incidents. In the first, we have seen when the narrator went to school, new school, then she was missing her teachers, she was missing her friends. And when fire incident took place, what happened? She was upset. She had fear of losing her mother, but mother was saved, was protected by the fireman. Next, she was upset. She was disappointed because she had lost her cat. So these are the dark side of the life. When teenagers face such kind of difficulties in their life, they feel uncomfortable. They have same kind of questions in their mind as narrator had. The last question you see: was I destined to be an outcast or geek all my life? I will be rejected from the society. That was the thought of narrator. At last, narrator said, I just wanted to curl up and die. When narrator saw the difficulties in the life, she decided to die. She decided not to grow up if the life goes in such a way. So these are the parts which we have discussed. The writer has beautifully described the psychological condition of a teenager in the difficult situation. Okay. So this is the part which we have discussed today. Okay. We have discussed it. So इस पूरी कहानी में हम देखते हैं कि नैरेटर जो है कि मदर जो है 2 बार जो है हाउस में जाती है। पहला वो बार जाती है तो वो बॉक्स लेके आती है जिसमें कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट हैं, इंपॉर्टेंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स होते हैं। सेकेंड टाइम फिर नैरेटर की मदर जो है हाउस में जाती है, इस बार फोटोग्राफ्स लेके आती है अपने हस्बैंड की या नैरेटर के फादर की, जो उसकी मेमोरीज़ हैं मदर की, उसको याद करती हैं। जब सेकेंड टाइम जब मदर आती है तो नैरेटर अपसेट हो जाती है उसको देख कर, उस कंडीशन को देख करके। वो भी चाहती है मदर के साथ अंदर जाना, लेकिन वो रोक ली जाती है फायरमैन के द्वारा। फायरमैन उसको कहता है कि जो अदर फायरमैन हैं वो क्या करेंगे, फायर फाइटर्स हैं, वो तुम्हारी माँ को बचा लेंगे, कोई भी दिक्कत नहीं है। इसी बीच जो है उसकी माँ को लेकर के, नैरेटर की माँ को लेकर के फायरमैन आता है और उसको बताता है कि परेशानी की कोई बात नहीं है, ये कुछ देर में ठीक हो जाएगी। थोड़ा सा इसने जो है स्मोक इनहेल कर लिया, ऐसे कारण जो है अनकॉन्शियस है। इसके बाद इसको तुरंत जो है ट्रक के पास ले जाता है, फिर ऑक्सीजन मास्क उसको लगाया जाता है मदर को, और बाद में मदर ठीक हो जाती है। ये देख कर वो काफ़ी खुश होती है। इसी बीच जो है उसको अपनी कैट के बारे में याद आता है। वो जो आता है और वो बहुत ही अपसेट हो जाती है क्योंकि उसको लगता है कि उसने कैट को क्या कर दिया है, खो दिया है। तो कैट खोने के बाद उसे जो है बहुत ही अजीब लगता है, अच्छा नहीं लगता है। इसके बाद जो है फायरमैन या फायर फाइटर्स जो हैं इन्हें उस हाउस में दोबारा जाने के लिए इजाज़त नहीं देते हैं, और क्योंकि नैरेटर की इच्छा है कि वो घर में जाके देखे कि कैट कहाँ है, क्योंकि उसने कैट को खो दिया है। तो ये भी एक पार्ट है नैरेटर के लाइफ का जो कि डार्क साइड है और इसको फेस कर रही है। ये 2 सिचुएशंस हैं नैरेटर के सामने। जब सेकंड पार्ट जो अपने कैट को खो देती है वो बहुत दुख होता है। इसके बाद वो अपने ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स के हाउस पे जाते हैं रात गुजारने के लिए, और इसके बाद जब नैरेटर अपने नए स्कूल में जाता है या जाती है तो उसे बहुत स्ट्रेंज महसूस होता है। उसके जो ड्रेस हैं बहुत अच्छे नहीं हैं क्योंकि वो इंसिडेंट जो फायर इंसिडेंट हुआ है उसके कारण उनके जो ड्रेस हैं या शूज़ हैं अवेलेबल नहीं हैं, डिस्ट्रॉय हो गए हैं। इससे भी काफ़ी अपसेट होती है और सोचती है कि क्या वो सोसाइटी से रिजेक्ट कर दी जाएगी, वो इस तरह की लाइफ जिएगी। बाद में नैरेटर ये भी कहती है कि क्या इस तरह की लाइफ जीने का ही उसका भाग्य है। तो ये सारे थॉट्स जो हैं नैरेटर के मन में आते हैं और वो उससे बाहर नहीं निकल पा रही होती है, और बाद में उसके थॉट बहुत ज़्यादा प्रभावी होते हैं। तो वो सोचती है कि अगर लाइफ इस तरह ही होती है तो वो बड़ी नहीं होना चाहती, वो इस तरह की लाइफ नहीं जीना चाहती है। और वो लास्ट में ये भी कहती है, आई जस्ट वॉन्टेड टू कर्ल अप एंड डाई। दैट वॉज द फीलिंग ऑफ टीनेजर्स व्हेन दे फेस the difficult situation of the life, as narrator was doing here. So this is the part which we have discussed. Okay, this part we have discussed. Okay, thank you.